Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing today? My mic working? Just trying to make sure all my stuff's working correctly. Okay. Yeah, it is. All right, we will start off and make sure. We did have some three-star news this morning. I think it was some CPI numbers. Yeah, core CPI numbers pretty much at 8:30. That's what that big boner candle was. We've already kind of made that 50% pullback. The 50% pullback was all the way back from the to the 730s. So, so it looks like no more three-star news today. So make sure we don't have anything tomorrow that's going to kind of like cause us to consolidate. That's today. That's tomorrow. Thursday. I guess we also have PPI numbers this week too. And core retail. So we have kind of quite a bit of little three-star news the rest of the week. I'm not really sure how well Manzini's levels are going to be today, just because of sometimes it throws it off once we have like a big like news move. So let's see here. Did I put the wrong numbers in there? I think I'm trying to make sure I didn't copy and post the wrong. All right, so we got Manzini's levels. Let me put those on the chart real quick. Good morning, Paul. So 63.94 equals support. That's pretty much where we popped off this morning with the core CPI numbers. Let's see, 94. See, I wonder if we rerun all the way back down. What I'd like to look for this morning is like maybe a fail breakdown for that 63.94 to 63.99, then move back up from there. Even though it's about 20 points down. All right. 6-4-10. There's also another thing I've been watching with the ES is, you know, with the New York opening at 8 o'clock, it says usually whatever direction it usually breaks after that first 15 minutes is usually the direction of the morning. But yesterday's morning, we didn't have a very big move with this. So it kind of just consolidated sideways pretty much all day yesterday until yesterday evening, but it still sold off. So so whatever direction we break out of the first 15 minutes is usually where we end up by the end of the day. So the way you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to wait for a break and retest. Unfortunately, it's kind of already happening. But still just kind of new to watching this. And I feel like we had did the 5 minute, we already had like a little 5 minute play this morning too. Let's see, I thought I saw one somewhere. Yeah, right here. I'm not sure what it's paid. Which I don't ever take them this early. So you're still risking 20 points. It looks like it's only paid 10 points. So right now we're just kind of stuck at 50% of the total move. So if you pull Fibonacci on this, you can see that this is probably the 50% of the move. Yeah. So this is something I see other traders do. I know I see Methodical Man doing it sometimes. It's basically what it is. You wait to the high of the news play and look for that 50% pullback and try to take a trade back to the 50%. This usually happens kind of over and over quite a bit. But I haven't taken it enough to know what kind of win percentage it offers. So since we're already at the 50%, I mean, we technically could just go straight back up this morning to retake out these data wick highs. Unless, I don't remember. No, this is probably 5 minutes. I mean, you would, I don't know. We still could pull back to take out these highs before we move back down. You would think since we already taken out the highs that we'd want to take out these lows. But that's the good thing about trading the 5 minute open strategy. It doesn't really matter because it's a mechanical trade. So you just take it no matter what. Let me get me a clock set up here. I usually do a clock with seconds, so it's easier to watch. So usually what I'll do is we'll go to like clocks with seconds. This way you can just see the exact moment that we're going to open. It kind of helps me a little bit easier to prepare for that 15-second trade. The only way I will not take this trade on the 15 seconds if we're heading into the whole number, like we're within points of the whole number. Damn it. See, I got long at the whole number. Oh no, shoot. I forgot to take my freaking order off on the downside. Son of a bee. All right, let me log off of this and get over to my ninja charts. So I should have been break even there, but I freaking son of a bee. Oh, I swear, the mistakes, guys. Just give me a minute to get my charts over here. Got yesterday's open sitting at 67. Should be break even at the moment, but possible got those 20s up there to take out these highs. Should run into some resistance right here at the 90s. There's your 90 hit. That's pretty normal. Hit your 90, stall. Let me make sure I'm watching the 5 minutes here. See, I don't know. See, that was like right before the opening too. Gets through the 90s, we should at least make a push up to those 20s. See if we can push through these 800s. We're also watching the 5-minute here. Let me see. All right, let me get my 5-minute thing set up real quick. This thing's probably going to go freaking least to the 20s. Make sure I'm on the right account. Yeah. Let's see, pull the, yeah. Definitely going to the 22s. I feel like that's where we're going. Either we're going to the 22s or we're going to get stuck at the 805s. We had some little inside 5-minute candles here, but they happened pre-market. Yeah, I don't see how we'd not take out this wick here. And that was yesterday's high sitting at 804. That's why I said we could get some resistance here. Be nice if we can get that 5-minute inside bar up here at the highs and it stays within those highs, then pulls all the way back down here to kind of clear out the top of these wicks. That would be a nice little setup there if we could get that. Yeah, here comes the 805 rejection. So far, the 15 minutes has not worked out, or 15 seconds has not worked out great this week. Woo! It's too blurry to make out. Wow. Talking about a rejection off the 805. I knew we might get a little rejection, but I didn't expect freaking 75 points. wonder if we get below these 30s, we continue selling for a minute. Now this is just a maybe trade. I'm going to go to break even quick or go to close it out. Ah, damn it. I might have got ripped on that one. Yeah. We need to get back below the opening range high here. Yeah. Got ripped on this one, guys. I got kind of faked out. I don't know if I can get back to break even. Might get back to break even. I really want to see another push down to the 30s because that's where I wanted to go break even. All right, we might be able to get out of this trade with the minimum loss if we lose now. All right, we'll just risk $60 on this trade here because I don't know if it can break those 30s. All right, we're going to go to break even because I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I can break these 30s. And the 30s is like the 50% of your total move. Okay, so we got lucky and it broke. I wasn't sure about that one. That pullback scared me a lot. All right, I'm going to look for 638. I almost want to log on to my other accounts because we got the open close sitting there. Son of a bee. That's the trade I like to take on my Apex accounts. So I thought this play would break out a little sooner because we had like a little bear flag here. And I thought it was going to break out sooner. This pullback scared me. I thought I was screwed after this pullback. We'll at least take 20 points out of this in case it pulls back. Because it could pull back and hit these wicks. I'm hoping this wick here saves me at the 20. We're over $200. It's going to yesterday's close, I bet. I almost literally want to get stopped out so I can log on to my Apex account. That's kind of where I'm thinking the bounce may come from there. There, or because a lot of times if you miss it, it's over. You only get one chance. Because I've tried taking it the second chance and you get screwed over. I don't know if I can log in quick enough to get that trade, because I would have to close this out and re-log in, because I haven't had any Apex trades this week at all. Oh, did it stop me out? Did it stop me out? Okay. All right, we're going to switch accounts. We're going to switch over to our Apex real quick. So charts will freeze up for a minute. So we're still able to get 50 points out of that trade, so not too bad. Especially when I got nervous. I got really nervous when that thing pulled back on me. I'm not going to lie. See, I'm thinking. So I don't know if it'll hit this first and bounce. I just don't want to get the second hit. That's the scary part. Oh, I missed the 5-minute trade, guys. Holy crap. Did anybody take the 5-minute trade? Oh, wait, that's on the 1 minute. I'm sorry, that's the 1 minute. Sorry about that. Okay, still no inside bar on the 5-minute. We may have to use a different account today for that one. Just use one of my other accounts. Let's see. We'll go with this one. Let's see what kind of money we have on some of these. I got $300 on that account. But I don't know if we'll be able to use 5. Depending on how big the stop loss is. We'll wait and see what the stop loss is going to be before we decide how big we're going to make it. I may just have to go down to like 3 micros instead of 5. See, this is a possible breakout scenario too here. If you like to play trendline breakouts, I definitely would have took that on an eval if I had an eval to play with Apex, but I don't have any evals. See, if you look at the NQ, okay, so its closes down at the 30. Never mind. So it's not much difference. So I think we'll be fine. Whew, that's close. We got 30 more points still, guys. 30 more points. Ah. Ah. Damn it. We tried it twice, guys. Damn it. Did not get the bounce off of that 29 like we were hoping. We got up about 8 or 9 points and it just kind of pulled back, stop us out, because you want that to be a reaction type trade where it just bounces. It looks like it still could hold. Damn it. All right. That's a bummer. Don't. Yeah, we were trying to play this open close without risking too much profit. This thing's going to freaking go down. This is where sometimes I don't need to touch the trade. Just by me touching it has basically, because it offered 20 points. Ah. What's up, Solo? I just missed my trade. I was trying to take a long at the 30 and I went to break even too fast and man. That was on Apex account. I had a really good trade on the whatchamacallit. Maybe right here will be the whatchamacallit, the 5-minute opening range trade today. I haven't taken the 15-minute paid. I mean, you got short at 710 and I mean 90 points. So yeah, it banked this morning. Oh, 15 seconds, it failed. I did a no. I got long into a whole number, and I didn't see it because it was happening so fast because it got hit into the 50 whole number. Actually, I don't know how that 50 because it's out of sync. We'll give it 5 points. How about that? We'll give it 5 points. If it goes through, we'll close the trade. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, damn it. That's too bullish. It's out of sync. All right, we gotta at least see if we break even. Let me check my trading view chart real quick. I'm not trusting these trades at the moment, and they're still paying 10 points. Man, it's just one of those days. Trading with so much cautious because I'm on my funded accounts because we don't have any evals to trade. So we're trading overly cautious. Even though these trades work out over and over, I'm still not trusting them. And this is a 5 minutes, but God, man, that is a massive stop loss on a 5 minute candle. You're looking at 50 points. So this is what you look for if you play that 50. You're looking for it to hit the 20 EMA. I mean, I feel like we could definitely push up to the 30s here. Because 50, 20 holds, push back up. You got the 50% of the total move up at 30. And you got your 5 minute inside bar here. But man, the stop loss is massive. Oh, sorry about that. I think I turned my thing up really loud a while ago. Maybe that would be a little better of a candle. That would be 25, 26 points. But I'm thinking we still got to take out the 30s. I feel like 30s is your next target up. Because we're about to make another 5 minute inside bar here, too. Definitely like the longs above the 95. 95, we can get above 95. I think we can push up to the 30 there. That'll be 50% of the total move, or 50% of the pullback up to the 30s. All right. We got the 20 there on that 5 minute breakout, guys. So this was your 5 minute inside candle right here. Well, no, I take that back. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. I might have made a mistake, but it still worked out. I don't guess it was. I forgot about this candle. We're looking for the 790s up there, up to those highs from previously. I made a mistake on the inside bar, guys. Or was it? No. Yeah, I made a mistake. For some reason, I don't know what it was. I was looking at this 5-minute candle and I was comparing it to this one, not even paying attention to this one. So I made a mistake on that one. Luckily, it still paid 20 points, but I still thought we were going to those 30s. That's the 50% of your total pullback. Because I feel like we could reverse here. Like, we could reverse at the 30s if it does not keep going. Like, it's 50% for this leg here at the 30s. Now, it'd be really nice if it holds because it could push all the way back up to the highs at 809. Uh, and what we could also is if you pull 15% or 50% of the 15-minute range from this morning, long as that 50% holds from that 15-minute breakout, we could that could be our highs too here. Let's see. So if you pull it from the break, that 760, if we can't break 7060, we're probably going back down because that'll be 50% of that 15-minute opening candle this morning. Yep, there's that 30. That's what I was talking about. Like, that's why I was thinking we could reverse here because of that. That was 50% of the move up this morning or off of this leg. That's crappy sucks because, yeah. So I didn't quite get the $100 on that one. That sucks because I only went in with 3 micros. So I only got like 62 bucks out of that. Son of a bee. I mean, I guess technically we're still waiting on the actual 5-minute candle because, like I said, I took the wrong 5-minute candle. I made a mistake on that. So we may even take that 5-minute candle breakout too. Maybe if the 30s holds, we continue up to the 800s. Change it to just 10 points in runners. We're going to risk our profit on this. Can always re-enter. So we're kind of risking our profit on this to see if we get the hit. All right. Whew. Wasn't sure if we're going to get that or not. I'm looking for the 90s is what I'm looking for up here. I'm trying to see if we can hold this because I only got $60 on that last little trade. So we were trying to that at least put us over the $100 mark. So we could get we could reject here off of this wick. So you got that wick you got to kind of consider, and you got that wick you can kind of consider. This looks like the stronger wick because it's a lot of force to the downside. A lot of this kind of what started our selling pressure. I actually may just take this high wick here at 85. Actually, we'll do 81. That'll be 40 points if we can get that. So be careful if you're in that 15-minute trade because you are over the 60% mark. Okay, so this is the 50% mark of that 15-minute candle. So that's what I was saying, like, that's the area also you have to watch out for, because that's the 50% of that 15-minute candle from earlier is at the 60s. Now, if we break that, we could be going all the way to the other side of the 15 minutes. I really don't want us back below 50 like this wick here, because I don't really want to go back to zero, and I hate to just get zero on this. Oh well. That at least puts us over $100 on that account. So we got 108. So not too bad. Off just a few micros. But that's good news if you're holding at 15 minutes that 60 held. Because that was your, like I said, your 50% of that total move of that 15 minutes from this morning. So you could be saved. This could just be a big bear flag and just sell off here. Oh well. We can't re-enter again. We may switch over to eval. We done took quite a few funded trades so far. So we'll see what happens with the 60 level. So that's something to kind of look into if you're holding the 15 minutes. A lot of times you get above that 50%, you're going to the top. I've never held it that long. Personally, I still prefer my 10 to 20 point stop loss. I never hold anything at this length. I mean, this is a nice little bull flag here. If I had an eval, I'd probably take it if it breaks out, just because it's an eval. And I usually take a lot of breakout trades on the eval trades if it breaks back above this level. I hate that we kind of paper-handed our freaking opening day close trade this morning. We've done that multiple times lately. I really just got to let this play out. I got to stop touching my going to break even too fast, because we were only in that trade for less than 10 points because I was trying to take this right here. Look, we haven't been back. We're up over 100 points off the previous day open close, and I paper handed it. It drives me nuts when I do that. I don't know why. I just get the paper hands with my funded account sometimes. So So we definitely cost ourselves a nice trade this morning. I even entered it multiple times and I'm still going to break even. I just did not give it enough time to work out. So starting tomorrow, from now on, I am not going to touch it. We're just going to do a 20-point stop loss with a 20-point take profit with 5 micros. I gotta stop that. I even messed up the 50 EMA trade doing the same thing this morning where I was going to break even too fast. So we definitely paper handed a few winners this morning. Woo! You would have got your 10 if you like to take these little breakouts. If I had an eval, I would have took this. I would have looked for 10 points and a runner is usually how I play these little breakouts like this. I don't take these on my funded accounts, but I do eval all day. You know, you get 3 or 4 candles with a harsh move up. You get about 50% of the move pullback, then break. Like if we break that 60 level, we're definitely going to the 800s. If we can break those 60s. Looks like it would have paid your 10 points. Your runner would have got stopped out. So 60 is still holding. Ooh, do we? You would at least got your 10 points, but the runner would have got stopped. Methodical Man's also giving away a free account solo. I don't know if you're over there in his lobby. You only. Paul, did you enter a Methodical Man's giveaway this morning? I didn't know if you were in Methodical Man's lobby or not. Uh-oh. He might have just closed it. Woo, that 60 is still battling, guys. The 60 is just not want to give it up. I'd like to see a pullback to like the 30s. That'd be like the retest of 50% total move from this morning and then go if we're going to continue higher. I mean, I kind of like the 50 here. Do we want to? Man, I don't see how we'd not explode. We're just kind of consolidating at the moment. It's like got our little idiot box here. There's that 60 level. Is that also the 5-minute there? It looks like the 5-minute inside bar right there. Dude, that 60 is the wall at the moment, guys. The 15 minutes just don't want to give up its 50% so far. I'd like to see the 29 pull back here. Let me look at it one more time just to make sure it's the right level we're looking for. 20, yeah, 30, 29 area maybe. Kind of a pullback to your 50% of this leg. So that's kind of a good spot for that 50 bounce here. And if you see, got a big wick there too, so got a big wick at 25. You got 10 points. I prefer 20 on most of these, but 10 is kind of iffy on me whenever I look at those. I didn't know if we, like I said, pull back to the 29.30 level. One more test of that 60 level, guys. Ugh. That looks pretty bullish. I just don't know if that's going to be a fake out. You know what I'm saying? Is it holding? Holding? Nope. A little bit of fake out. Ooh, it's a big wick. Don't definitely want to buy at the top of the range. That's the only thing that sucks about trying to buy this breakout here. Man, get suckered into the breakout here and get buy at the top of the range. So definitely, I want to buy the breakout, but man, I don't want to be suckered in. Oh, there's yesterday's open, 67. Man, it just looks like we're just kind of consolidating tight for a big breakout. We got this big gap fill in right here for this big candle all the way down. So definitely a lot of places to go to the upside. If I take this, it's going to be a 10 points and a runner is what we're going to be looking for. I'd really like to see us pull back to the 30 level. That's where I want to see us pull back. But I don't know if the consolidation box is going to let us. These trades here are so hard to catch. I've tried to catch some of these before. What happens is I usually end up getting chopped up because what it is, I'll be trying to time the breakout and it'll just go like 2 or 3 points above the breakout box and I just get stopped out because I'm only risking usually 10 points. So it's so hard to time these. We got a new 5-minute candle. I mean, is this fun? Like, I made a mistake on that first inside bar over there. That's the reason, like I said, I don't know why I thought we had an inside bar there, but we still haven't really printed a 5-minute inside bar yet. The one we did print was before the open. See, I don't know how much I trust this 50 EMA touch with 14 points. I mean, you got about 13 points in between the 50 EMA. I mean, man. Where I haven't even looked at the ES this morning, guys. Ooh. ES is kind of breaking out above that 33 level. If 43 holds, that inside bar is still good, but once you lose 43, it's no longer valid. I'm not going to take this. $43 still holding. ES looks like it's trying to break through. It looks like if ES can break above 33, we should get a push. Hmm. We're about to have a new 5-minute candle here. We finally got our actual first inside bar on the 5 minutes, but man, what would it need to break above, back above 60? So it'd be so hard to do that just because of all of this consolidation. And we got relevant equal low sitting at 43. So we got the ES kind of moving higher here. And I don't know if I can take that one. I don't know if I want to take this. Well, ES, is it ES going to drop? I just, damn it. Is it going to pay the 10 points past it? I want to see what kind of reaction we get off of that 50. It's also got that 30 level too. There's your 30 bounce that we were talking about here. Ooh. I mean, it's still a valid 5-minute trade as long as the 65 doesn't break. I think mostly everything is still 80% solo. And I'm not really sure about trade day or take profit. Those I'm not sure about. I think they're pretty much the same, like 40% off. Let me make sure Beulah Knox hasn't. I don't think Beulah Knox has updated their stuff to 90% off. Nah, Beulah Knox is still 83, and I think Apex is still 80. And I'm not sure about Elite Trader. I know you said you were using Elite Trader too. I'm not sure about those guys. So we're about to have a new 5-minute candle here. Like 30 seconds left. Oh, day trade has a 90 off? Okay, so I haven't used day trade in a minute. See, I wonder if we can pop 65. Do we keep going? Because it'll be almost the fail of the 5-minute trade today. Look at that bounce off the 30 mark. That's what we were talking about. I'm still fairly new to kind of watching those certain levels. And well, actually, no, we missed the 30. It was 32. Like I said, above 35, that 5-minute becomes invalid. Or above 65, 66, that 5-minute candle becomes invalid for 20 points. So 766 is where it's sitting at the top of that candle. The ES has been running into a lot of support up here at the 39, so maybe this is the downturn here. All right, so invalid 5-minute candle. I don't know if we'll get another. It'd be nice if we can get some kind of pullback here. Yeah. It's so hard to just enter this since we've consolidated so much. This could be the breakout here. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait for some kind of pullback to try to find an entry. I don't think so. Not since you're just using it, the same time. I think for a household, you're allowed to have up to 20 accounts at one time. Because you can have like a relative or roommate or your spouse or whatever, as long as you're under, I think, 20 funded accounts. Oh, that I'm not sure about then. I'm not sure how they'll do that. That sucks, man. We broke the freaking 5 minute to the upside. I know they can't be. I mean, I know that you can trade. I just don't know if they'll say something. I think as long as you don't do the payout on theirs, because I've traded at Methodical Man's house on my Apex and Bulinox and stuff like that at Methodical Man's house. Whenever I go down that way, and I've never got no kind of notification or anything. I like to see it pull back to the 68s. There's a 68. So let's see if 68 holds here. Wow. This thing just trapped a bunch of folks in. There's your 10 points off the 50 EMA again. I want to see this hold, then come back down. Mm. Nice quick break even trade. Might get break even though. Like I said, we're so later in the morning, 11 o'clock. I usually try not to take trades this late. I don't know if we'll get, well, we got this week here. Doesn't look like it's going to go. Kind of stalled. Damn it. Might have to pull back to touch this wick. Sometimes whenever I look for pullbacks, I'm always looking for bounces off these wicks. It doesn't even look like we're going to get our 10 points out of this. It's on the struggle bus. Damn it. I hate when we have to consolidate for the first 10 points. That always drives me insane. Damn it. At least get my 10. Okay. Now I don't really care what happens. We only have one micro left. This was really no setup. This was just trying to catch a breakout back above that 60 level since we've consolidated there so many times above here. So that's why I try to get long around all these wicks here. So we were trying to catch the breakout. I don't usually ever take these a lot, so this is why I didn't really talk much about it, because I suck at these breakout trades whenever we consolidate like this. I just feel like it's so easy to get, you know, chopped up or caught in these breakouts. That's usually where I struggle the most, especially whenever we have these consolidation days and it breaks out, consolidation breakout. Those are like my hardest. I don't know. It's so hard to catch those entries. Man, did we go all the way up there to the 40s? I'm not going to be greedy. If I can get 30 points out of this, I'll be more than happy. The only thing is, if it stops us out, we'll just be stuck at $80 instead of over the 100 what we were trying to get over. I mean, I could go in and try to take my 10 points out of this. If I can just go and take my 10 points, that way at least kind of guarantees me $100. I think I will. But I don't know, because sometimes we get a pullback at the 90 level here. You got this the 90 drama here. No. Hopefully this wick saves me. We got these wicks here. We'll just take a little bit off. We got 3 big wicks here, so I'm hoping the 80s wicks here save me. All right, back above 90. Man, is it going to have to touch those damn wicks? I mean, I don't see how we cannot possibly go all the way up to the 20s here because that's the session's high. You would think that we want to break the session high. I almost want to put my order actually. If I wasn't on a funded account, I just don't want to get up 30, 40 points and not take any profit. Like, if this was an eval, I would definitely be targeting up here at the 22. Oh, well. Let's see. What this wick maybe can save us, that 90 wick. Let's see if we get a bounce there. Come on, 90 wick, hold. Oh, it did. No, we don't want another bounce. Damn it. We need this wick here to hold. Oh, never mind. It pushed it. Oh, maybe. Oh, that wick saved us. That was close. All right, we're going to go ahead and take 20 out of this. All right. That was close. Close. Like I said, that was no setup. Because like I said, I usually struggle. I don't talk about when I'm taking these trades most of the time just because I struggle with these type of trades. I usually will get chopped up bad trying to freaking time the breakout. Like this right here is just a mess. These are tough. Man, I just don't see how we do not go to the 22s on this push here. The least wick above the 22s. All right, we only have one count left to trade, and that was, what do you want to call it? Our eval. We haven't taken no eval trades today, guys. I'm probably going to get dinged by Apex because I traded minis off on the other screen and I actually made like $500, so I may get dinged for that. Because that's over that 30 or 40%. Because I think you only can make like 480 on these 25Ks. Yeah. I don't care. I'll take the ding. I don't care if I got to trade it extra. 8 more days is not going to really matter to me. It's still not to pay out, but I'll live with it. There comes those 20s. Man, definitely left a lot of, probably going to end up leaving probably 20 points on the table here. So you may get a reversal here at the 10s. A lot of times I'll trade this type of setup on my eval. Like we'll hit that 10, pull back into the 90. But since we've already retested that 90, I don't know if we'll get that retest of the 90 again. Oh, it's profit. They don't care about $500 red, unfortunately, but they care about the $500 green. Yeah, I made 570, but I traded that off screen on minis. I forgot where I got long. I'm pretty sure I was long on this screen too, but on micros, because I had almost a 100-point trade this morning on one funded account with Bulanox. But I forgot where that entry was. It was early this morning, like right after we opened. I forgot how many points we got out of it. Then I messed up my one funded account trade on this morning by this. This is what I'm really irritated about, that I keep doing this over and over by going to break even on some of these set orders. Because look, we were in the green about 8 points. Look, we've gone straight up. What? 170 points. So I had an entry sitting right here at 631, 632 at yesterday's open close, and I paper handed it. So that's like the freaking second or third time in the last couple weeks I've done that. And I got to stop it. I just got to let it play out. I either just got to accept the red or the green, because that's what's going on. I was trying to keep from having a bigger loss, and so I keep going to break even on those trades, and it's costing me. But, most people understand it's funded. You get the paper handed kind of taken over on these funded accounts. Boom, there's your 20s. You got a little bit pulled back below in the 90s, not that much. So I'll take these on evals. See how you got this candle right here hit your 10 to 15? And what it is, you're looking for a pullback somewhere between the 800 and the 90. And once you break the 800, I'd get long. So I take these a lot on evals. Wow, we just left all kind of profit on the table. Here's your 15 minutes on the other side, guys. And we just broke the IBH. I wish I'd have held to the IBH, because that's going to be a big tester there. If we pull back, retest that, and that holds, we could just be just moving up the rest of the day. But this is a lot of, hindsight when you just kind of go back and look at your mistakes. That's that deal where it's so easy not to hold winners, but it's the reason it's easy to hold losers type mentality. Wow. Definitely left a lot on the table. Solo, did you take that 15-minute breakout on that side? So that 60 level was also a key level. That was the 50% pullback on the 15 minutes. And you saw us just kind of hitting that over and over and over. And kind of what I was saying, like if we get over 50% of this total move, more likely we're going out the other side. For most part, we're going out the other side. So that's kind of almost a telltale sign if you're trading that opening range. But I think you would have probably already took your profit because we broke here. We pushed down 40 points. Oh, so you did get in on that one then? I don't know if we can find a entry for the eval before we got off because, like I said, we have a new eval account. Oh, what happened? I thought I took a trade on that account yesterday. Oh wait, no man, that's a funded account that I didn't take with. I haven't take. I got one because I got 3 funded with Bulanox now, and I had a reset of a eval that I blowed last month, and I saved it because it was a 90% reset. So we're only up like 157 on it. We'll just look for 10 points if we can find something. I don't know if we will. We'll have to have a pretty good size pullback here. I would really love another 50 EMA pullback here because, man, that'd be perfect. That's about 25, 30 points off of your 20. But I don't know if we'll get there. We could also look for the retest of the 15 minutes and the IBH also here. And the whole number. So some possible bounce areas. Now this is eval only too, guys. Eval only. So probably a little bit more on the riskier side. Or we could look in. Man, it's like, do we reverse off of this 50 up here? I may risk a few points on this. This is eval only too, guys. Eval only. I don't really want to risk more than like 5 or 6 points on this. It's either this level will hold or it's going to continue higher. Now this is an eval only, guys, too. And it looks like it's not going to hold here. We're in this for what, it's about $100 or so. 10 micros, 3, about 8. So yeah. The Bears just can't push her down. Come on, Bears. Give me a little bit of pullback. So basically, we're just risking the profits we made yesterday on this account. And this is an eval only, guys. Like I said, eval only. And this will just put us back down to the, what do you call it? 50, or back right at break even. Yeah, it looks like it's just no slowing her down. All right, so we got stopped out on that one. So that was like, what it is, that was the month high up there at the 50s. So that's kind of what we were basing that off of, the previous month high. But that's why I tell you guys that are evals, because like I said, they're a little bit more riskier trades whenever I take evals. Because I don't want nobody to mess up their funded account or anything. Let's see. Put us a little below that 50,000. Put us right at 49,980 there. That's going to suck if this thing pulls back now. Guys, that's going to be my last trade of the day there. So that's another like little 9 bounce there. Whew. This thing's like, hold my beer. We're going to keep going. Like I said, guys, that was my last trade from earlier. Uh-oh, my camera freeze? No, it didn't. Yeah, we'll just sit here and probably just watch charts for a minute and see if we do get that pullback. I was thinking right there we would at least get the pullback to the 20 EMA. We still may. Man, I just feel like we're so oversold right now. We need that pullback. And see, I thought we would get, well, I guess I must have missed a bounce there. I didn't even notice that from earlier. Hopefully everybody had a okay day on their funded accounts. Evals, I don't really count as much because my evals, I do go red, green a lot. So this is why I try to let you guys know when I'm trading evals that they're usually not like setups that I normally take. They're just more riskier trades that I'm just looking for big moves or with, bigger size. It'd be pretty awesome if we can get the pullback all the way to the whole number here. Or even a retest of the IBH all the way back down to the 800 would be a nice retest. Or 803. You got the 20 sitting down there. And it looks like it wants to roll over. And we got this little 5-minute inside bar here. So it's 58's hold. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys for watching today, and we will be back in the morning. Thank you, guys, and have a good morning.